It's Jay Dizzle. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy True Goodry live and direct.
Smokey Dollar, thank you so much for coming to sit down with me today. Joseph Bills tonight, y'all.
Max out. I appreciate you, bro. What an intro, man.
You know? A hand for Kid K. Immediately left, Killer Sire. How you doing, sir?
Hey,
That's my man, Yo, Felahito. Am I saying your name right, bro? Am I saying your name right? I always like to make sure. Terrell. See, give it up for Mikey Moscato. That dude, the guy, ladies and gentlemen. Crawl ahead and go. Mr. Network. Let's start with LRTK. Zona.
Good evening, this is Swerve 360.
Now, this is Swerve 36. Old Granddad, Big Butch the Lesbian, Walter Cronwright, Dan Rather, Smoke Weed, Dirty Harry, Lee X the Theater. That's me. And that's what we do here. Thank you so much for coming in today, Mr. BirdFlu. William Buford, SK BirdFlu is how I met him. Drinking Mickey's and smoking a blunt at AZMT.
You turn me down for it?
Yeah. Headphones way too loud?
Just a tad.
It's that sound effects. I want to get you proper applause. There you go. When you're dealing with an engineer, you got to come correct because they like things a certain way. I got you. Thank you for coming in to talk with us today.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate the opportunity.
There's a lot of things been going on. I don't even know if we need background music for this talk. The heat is on. The battle is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Evening, February 28th, about 6 p.m. SK BirdFlu, William Buford, the Troll King versus the Sweet God, Marley Park, at Penny Lane's place, wherever that is.
Support District Radio.
Okay, Support District Radio.
Shout out the squad.
Okay. You seem very focused.
Yeah.
You seem very calm.
Yeah.
You seem very reserved almost compared to your counterpart. What's going on?
I mean, it's the same thing I've been trying to explain from day one, man. This shit is WrestleMania, man.
True.
You know what I mean? Like,
True.
A lot of that should be antics. A lot of that should be tactics to look good. You know, it don't have to go that far in order to entertain the people. But if that's what he wants to do.
Have you been offended by any of his moves?
Nah, I don't give a damn about none of that. You get offended by people who mean to offend you. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
right.
The guys who are with certain shit, you know who they are and you know what they're up to.
Right.
You know.
Do you at this point, there's some people that I guess don't understand battle rap. Some people try to write rules for battle rap, and true battle rap aficionados, true battle rap fans, know at the end of the day that there's not really any rules to it. It's much like comedy. There's been a lot of people that have spoken out and said that they, they're bringing in kids and family and grandmoms and stuff. That seems to be a little bit too much for some people.
I mean, I can understand their viewpoint. I personally don't never kick off that type of shit.
Right. You respond to that energy.
I respond to that energy. And I'm the type of person, again, you respond to like energy. Memes are memes. If you were the type of individual who wanted to do all the extras, we'd be doing that. But you feel what I'm saying? Like,
is it a situation where people get mad at the slap back instead of the first slap? Now, he came out and said some things about your family first.
Right.
And then when you responded a bit harshly, I would agree, but it was your response. Charlemagne is clear. You can't judge someone's reaction to your aggression.
Right.
If you're aggressive with somebody, you can't judge how they react. We all react differently. I've heard people make excuses for how LeBron reacts, good or bad. People are always giving... in most cases, people are giving credence that you cannot judge the reaction. Now, when you reacted with what was brought to your family, you reacted a bit harshly and attacked his family. But again, it was your reaction. He had attacked your family first. Why don't people understand that, you think?
People understand what they want to understand when they feel like it. Like at the end of the day. But I know that the law says that if I run up on you with a 22 and I go pow pow and you shoot me with an AK, the judge ain't gonna say, wait a minute, that was overboard.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how that go. So it's the same thing. This the game we playing. But at the end of the day, like, you know the type of people you're dealing with. This man don't mean no real harm, man. He's putting on an act. We putting on the show.
I mean, to be honest, I battled him twice. The first time, not so much, but the second time and the other battles he's had with Emerge and different people, we all see this hyper aggressive behavior from Parks around a battle.
Right,
it's common at this point.
Right. It'd be friendly as shit behind the scenes. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It is what it is. I think I sent you some information.
I've seen the updated things. I don't know how much we want to talk about all that.
It's all open. I'm cool. Let's go.
Anyway,
I'm controlling this whole situation, man.
Control.
I've been running this whole show.
Is it a coincidence that the word troll is tucked inside of control?
Right.
Because I believe, and I've said clearly from the start, you are the troll king. You might be ascending to master. You might be true troll master. And I mean no offense by that phrase.
No.
But you might be ascending to a level beyond king with everything that's surrounding this battle.
I'm trying to do my part, man. This is entertainment. You know what I mean? And if a motherfucker can't handle their side of the job, sometimes they need help. I don't mind. I'm an entertainer. Let's entertain.
Just from my standpoint, the thing about somebody's grandma being shot in the park, was the grammar off on that shirt? I felt like it was hard to read. I don't know. Some of his disses don't really connect with me.
He's random as shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My granny passed a while ago back in Milwaukee.
Oh, your grandma's passed already?
Yeah, she been gone. Yeah,
so that literally means nothing.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
okay.
She's not upset.
If anybody's checking in and wants to get some questions for Buford, a lot of people I've heard from Sativa and other people that, and I've seen myself, because you even tapped in to give me information when I battled. So I feel like this has been brewing for so long. One, has this been brewing for a long time between you and Parks? And two, why did it take so long for this battle to finally happen?
You had to ask that man. I've been down the whole time. I've been poking at the man the whole time.
You have.
I have.
When anybody battles Parks, and when he gets in battle mode, Buford has got dossiers of this man going to jail and why. I just couldn't figure out how to work it into my verse, but he literally had a story of this guy, getting caught with federal gun charges and being out within months, similar to T.I. without all the money. There's questions that come up.
Yeah, you didn't.
I didn't explore that at all.
He didn't make a commercial.
I went strictly for the gay stuff. I stayed away from the gangster because I'm not a gangster. I'm a strong heterosexual man, but I'm no gangster. So I stayed away from the gangster stuff.
Right.
But anyway, that's for you to to explore.
That was personal. It was personal to me because I've really been like the same cages he was talking about. I really sat in them, so that's why it was personal for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
right.
Outside of that, I know he's a good kid. He don't mean no harm. But it's like if you're going to paint pictures like that, like even if that's your persona, okay, Scorsese goes and talks to the best before he writes a script. You know what I mean? So consult with some niggas who know what they talking about, so you can sound like you know what you talking about.
Right. I've always thought he should totally forget battling and just concentrate on being an artist. I've played his songs. I think he has good songs, and I think he's a good rapper. I just don't think battle rap really needs him, or he needs battle rap. Why do you think he continues to drive into the battle rap lane?
I think if he stops, first of all, playing all around the board, he'd be a dope artist in either lane. And that's real. I think he plays with his pen.
Focus on one or the other.
No. Either way, he plays with his pen heavily. Even in the music side, he plays with his pen.
I agree.
He could be a lot better if he wasn't playing. And so I'm like, either one, if you go battle, stop playing with your pen. If you go make songs, stop playing. You feel what I'm saying? You can't glitch your way through the career. We need some substance. Let us know what's going on.
Now, y'all had the face-off last night.
Yeah.
Can you give the guy? I want to give respect. I don't remember. Can you give respect to the people who had y'all in for the face-off?
Oh, that was Podson.
Podson. Right. Respect to Podson. I've heard his name. I look forward to meeting him and talking with him.
Yeah, very dope cat. Very dope cat.
Again, Parks Energy was on 10,000, and you were very reserved at the face-off. And I think it was a decent interview. I wouldn't exactly call it a face-off. I would have set it up a little differently to be a face-off. But and I've even mentioned to you that I worry about your stage presence and your energy, because I don't know how much you can practice stage presence, and a lot of people in battle rap have had a problem even if the bars are crazy,
Right.
you know, stage presence is a big deal in battle rap.
Right. Fact. It's a whole act.
So can you give us any hints as to what you've been doing to perfect your stage presence because that was one of the criticisms me and some other people gave you at your last battle against Emerge.
Yeah.
That you know, maybe that was just the bars were there. People thought your stage presence could have been better. Have you been doing anything to improve on that?
I'm literally back in high school, back in grade school, in front of the mirror, busting moves like, oh shit, I got it. Like, yeah, I'm getting the whole act together. It's because that's literally what it is. You're acting. You're playing a part.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
It is. Battle rappers don't like to admit that, but it's a lot.
And that's what I'm saying. This whole thing is.
It's basically Shakespeare.
It's
basically Shakespeare.
From A to Z, this whole thing is a controlled act.
Are you concerned with his uncles coming to the show?
No.
Did you know Parks outside of AZ?
No.
Okay.
No, I ain't never.
I know y'all both come from that was that's Network you knew outside.
Yeah,
of
I knew.
AZ.
Yeah, I knew that. But niggas who was actually
the three of y'all come from the Midwest.
The niggas who was actually outside, we met each other and saw each other outside.
Okay.
That's
why you know who you know and you don't know who you don't know.
I was outside.
You was outside.
Network was outside.
Right. Well, y'all been a little older than Gwitty, but you know, so maybe that's what it was. Anyway, we won't delve into that. We're gonna talk a little bit more about the battle, and I want to briefly go over past week's events in general with you since I got you in here.
Can I give you something?
Yeah, please. Please. I love merch. Shout out to AK-47. Corey Blunt gave me this hat today to match perfectly. What have you got?
See, this is actually I mean, if you could pass it on, you know what I mean? Because I know Sativa has the Divas, and I didn't know if we could make an honorary, you know what I mean?
The MILF?
If she could be an honorary diva just for the moment. Because you do charity. You got to. We're talking about charitable events,
right.
So you know sometimes you go.
Why can't we? You know, listen, Bill Cosby was made an honorary graduate of certain universities. They do that for celebrities. So why can't we have an honorary Sativa diva?
See,
the MILF.
She could be.
You put the hold on. Let me get it on camera. Hold this so they see. They can't see it. Hold on.
An honorary diva.
So y'all have all seen this meme. We got the mother I'd love to fix my transmission. I thought you were going with milk, but I see the MILF. Mother, and that's mother I'd let fix my transmission. But then, if we could, we'll talk to Sativa. He's coming in within an hour.
She can be an honorary diva.
He's coming in real soon. If we could get her inducted as an honorary Sativa diva.
See?
Man, I love this shirt. Is this shirt for me?
Yeah.
Thank you. I love merch. I'll wear it tonight in the neighborhood party. I love merch.
We got them.
MILF. Or maybe, definitely I am hosting the battle tomorrow. Only media will be in attendance, but I am hosting the battle tomorrow. I would love to wear this shirt maybe at the battle as the host.
And we have sweat rags, too. These are new. These are not the same ones from the video.
Every good host needs a sweat rag. I would feel a little bit weird, using it for. I might feel a little weird using this as a sweat rag. Definitely, it's out as a cum catcher, but. This is an interesting visual. The Sweet God, something I touched on. A guy that likes to yell at young boys in battle rap. And,
he's strange.
Who is that?
That was Sativa and.
Who is this other? Sativa comes up with some great ideas, and I see everybody in the picture has got the little penis. Who is this? Who is this person?
That's his son.
Oh,
because
no.
That's what the Greeks did.
Oh, no.
You know what the Greeks did.
Oh, no. Well, this is the type of promotional material. I think you can definitely get all of this merch tomorrow at the battle. Buford might have a table set up or something selling this stuff.
You can grab it all.
And we can get Sativa in here to get his point of view. He's probably here by now. Their show, don't forget the 411 show comes on at 2 p.m. AZ time. And please don't forget that a great sponsor of all this foolishness here at Icon Radio, Respect the Underground Worldwide Entertainment, is one of the best, if not the best dispensary, a boutique dispensary on 40th and McDowell. Come on down to True Med. They've worked out the rec situation. The lines are low. They get you in and out fast with some of the best cannabis in the state right here in Phoenix. If you know like I know, you go to True Med Dispensary. So that's our little word to the sponsor right there.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember when Park had signed Jam Amy for Autism Clout?
No, I'm not familiar.
Yeah, he had signed him to some random label that he didn't really have.
Oh,
he was signed for about 2-3 weeks
for Autism Clout.
Yes.
That's foul.
It's
right?
wild. What have they worked? Have you heard any music? He was signed. That's a fact.
No, I was wondering what happened to
Nothing came about.
Richie Rich. They used to run real tight together. Let me say it correctly. The
tribe
Nagus.
Tribe Nagus.
Nay. You hear that? That's a strong AY in there. Nagus tribe.
Yes.
But he's not that anymore. He had changed his Facebook name to Richie Rich, which is always weird to me when people change their Facebook name. There's something unscrupulous going on when you got to do that. I mean, if you get extra ones because you get banned, that's one thing. That's William Buford. I'm talking about if you change your name and you're operating and looking at people like you ain't you. That's weird.
I thought it was weird when they were online getting excited about almost having sex.
Together?
No, they were like, we almost had sex with Sean Bender's girlfriend. I'm like,
oh, that's weird.
Yeah, they were excited, like high-fiving and everything. Like
Sean Bender got wrapped up in all this. Yeah, there's a lot of this. I guess here's my question. Do you think any of this, after years of you and Park going back and forth, after Sean Bender and all the foolishness that's happened along the way in this journey, do you think any of this is going to be resolved after tomorrow?
Yeah, I think so. I think
one way or another, right?
Everybody's going to get everything they got to say out.
Everybody's going to get what they got to say out, and the crowd is going to come away with this with an established winner.
Yep.
So one of you will have to be quiet, and one of you will be able to talk after tomorrow.
We'll push the fuck on after that.
Is there any way that's not going to happen? Is there any way there's some kind of outcome to where we don't have a clear winner?
We got to have a round 2 or some shit, or
I hope not. No. Can we get a clear winner after tomorrow?
Yeah. This is going to come out. It is what it is.
They're getting rowdy out in the lobby. Your battle up until the Joe Bills and network controversy, and up until the brawl in Scottsdale, the battle had everybody's attention on lock. Now, in the past week, the attention has been diversified a little bit, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because I think if the attention had kept building on the battle, we might not have seen Park show up. I'm worried he's even going to show up. Or I'm worried he's going to show up too drunk. Just as a person who knows his stilo, I've seen him work.
He had the Henny with him last night.
Yeah.
He had the big bottle with him last night.
Now, there was a lot of foolishness about going back and forth. Did you have to run a man out of your house with a pot and a knife?
Yeah.
And is that
I didn't have to run. No.
Is that regular occurrence? And was it the steak knife or the butter knife? What kind of knife? Or was it the sticker? What kind of knife was we running?
The butcher knife.
The butcher knife. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was quick and close, you know. Like, we're not, you know, I mean, it wasn't a run out. I was just like, get him up out of here. But, you know,
I'm very careful about who I let come in my home for this very reason. I know due to your job, you have to let more people come into your home.
Yeah, we take a risk.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
We run a risk.
So, and I really wanted to just get a visual of this pot and this knife. But so the blicky was not around.
No, I literally reached under the table like, oh shit. And then I left out the room, and I'm like, okay, let me go to my room. And then instead of going that far, I'm like, nah, this is close enough.
I can take care of this with the pot and the knife.
Yeah, it's heavy. Like, we're not boxing. Yeah. I'm not breaking fingers. We're not doing that shit anymore.
No,
I ain't got time for that.
The pot and the knife. I like it. I think I could work with that if I had to.
Yeah.
So we will get some kind of resolution after the battle tomorrow. And does any of this? I guess
I talked to them yesterday. Like, that's the whole thing. I talked to him yesterday, and he was like, "Hey man, listen, I was drunk. I didn't mean none of that.
You resolved with 211. Y'all resolved it. 211 man. Y'all are cool.
We not on that. It wasn't about that.
So Parks is alone in this.
Like, so everything is.
All of your focus is on Parks. Everything else is cool. Yeah. Sean Bender, 211 guy. Like, everything else has been squashed.
We saw each other yesterday.
Okay, that's good to know.
And it was all figured out. Like, oh, we're not up to that. Okay, so
that's good to know.
You know what I mean?
Too much 211 can be a bad thing.
It happens.
It's happened to us all. It's happened to me before. I've never been run out of somebody's house with a pot and a knife, but I have drank too much malt liquor in my life. Right. That's something that has happened. Okay, first things first.
I've been ran out of house before.
Your take on the why did this whole? I mean, I have my thoughts on it, but I want to hear your thoughts on it. This whole LMG versus Joe Bills, the whole suburban night versus the hood, the whole can the suburban night ever do enough for the hood?
It's not that whether a person can do enough.
You made statements that seem like Joe Bills could never escape the shadow of growing up in Scottsdale.
No, that's not true at all. It's not about where you grow up. It's like I know you got to have some type of understanding of black life in America. Like no matter what,
you would think.
You would think.
I've been quoted as saying.
Now
I've been quoted as saying in RVA in Richmond, Virginia, where I come from, it seems like it would be harder to be that separated from black life as Joe Bills may be. I'm speaking about maybes. I don't know for sure. But hear me out. My one point is it did happen.
Yeah, fact.
We did have black men that grew up well enough off that on certain levels of hood politics,
they were removed.
They might have been removed or a bit blind to that. Now, they still were aware of the black struggle on a large scale, in politics and in life and in sports and on a large scale, but on a micro level, in the hood. They weren't raised in the hood. Their parents were lawyers or doctors. We had a lot, we had UVA in Virginia. We were the home of black people getting money for a while. So we have people that grew up without maybe as much hood politics. Now, again, I don't think you can be as separate as Joe may seem to be.
Okay, so first of all, it's not so much hood politics as this is, Arizona. Not to sound, I'm not to sound like that because as individuals, people are aware, but as a whole, the state of Arizona does not celebrate black struggle, black history, black life, black shit.
It's been a problem.
It's been a problem.
Y'all took a long time to get the holiday. White people didn't even want a holiday fucking with black people.
So
I got you.
Black history has not been a major concern as far as Arizona as a whole. There are great individuals who do great work, but as the overall package, this isn't a we celebrate black history type of place. So it's not hard for me to imagine. And then you got to look at demographic and history and the fact that a lot of the blacks that could be from this area that have real all the way back roots would be the descendants of slaves who fought for the Confederacy and stuck around and didn't see it as such a bad situation.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So now, just like maybe in the Midwest and other areas, people are taught, hey, listen, and white man and this and this and this and this and this. That's not taught by the blacks down here who are from that lineage of still here. So they're like, just this is how we cope. It's a different, you feel what I'm saying? Like it's different training because people from different mindsets. Not saying,
to take it out of personal context.
Yeah,
Carlton on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the great Alfonso Riviera.
Carlton.
He always played that. When he was in the show before that, he was the same character. That's why he played Carlton so well.
Ricky Schroeder.
He was Ricky Schroeder's white black homie on that show, and he always played that role correctly. Yeah. Now, if black people are ever, and I'm asking you this as a black man, because as a white guy, I refer to my black kings for black shit, and I believe this is black shit. We're talking about it. If we ever want black people to get to a certain level, don't we have to kind of deal with the fact that some of them will be more like Carlton?
Facts.
And don't we have to there's been some hint of canceling, but I'm not a fan of canceling anybody, right?
And I never felt like Bill should be canceled as long as Bill, like when you get canceled, here's where an individual gets canceled, where here's the information and you like, all right, but fuck that information. Right. Oh, okay, well then we can't fuck with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, here's the information and take some time to...
Is there room for bills or even yet a young white kid from the suburbs to learn about black history, black people, and the hood, and move accordingly, move correctly?
Anybody. Here's the information, take it, and if you fuck with it, cool. If you don't fuck with it, then why would we fuck with you?
I feel like people would have gave me, as a white man, more of a pass than Bills because Bills is supposed to know. Is there some truth to that?
Yep. Guaranteed.
There's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah, guaranteed. Like you nigga, you supposed to fucking know. Like but again,
why can't this be chalked up to a simple misunderstanding between two men?
No,
instead of this huge suburbs versus the hood conversation.
It's not. That's the thing. It's not suburbs versus the hood. You need to be spoken to as an individual. And we understand because of your upbringing, you don't understand certain things, but we're like, nigga, it's certain shit you just supposed to know. So some of that conversation should have been had in private.
Sure.
You feel what I'm saying?
I agree.
Because it
no
wasn't
white people around.
White people,
a
Mexicans,
black room,
anybody,
with black men working, black women working this out.
That's the same thing the Jews do
as a coalition. And when y'all come to a resolution, come out and tell everybody else how to respond.
Yeah, that's what the Jews do. And nobody disrespect or told them that they was foul for doing it.
Not allowed to.
So
they got a coalition.
So then kick back and let us deal with our shit. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day,
other than the group chat I happen to be in private, I have not spoken publicly on it because I agree. I laughed at the beginning when it was tried to turn into a race issue when clearly it was a conversation. It was a piece of work between two black guys that found some kind of disagreement on this or that. And I don't know. For once in the world, I was finally relieved to be white, that I didn't have any place in this conversation, and I could stay out of it. It's none of my business.
They think I shouldn't be having this conversation for humping white women.
It's weird. It gets odd. There's been some pictures released lately of you on a leash. Now, to me, when I saw these pictures, you've publicly ate ass on Facebook. I mean, you've publicly talked about in depth. I mean, I could talk to you forever because you are the troll king. You've talked publicly about your threesomes that have gone bad for other people. You've talked publicly about eating ass of all sorts and still expect to have people share blunts with you, which is insane. So much of your sexual life, let's say, I believe I'm not on OnlyFans, but if I had to guess, I would think you or someone closely related to you probably has an OnlyFans. I'm just saying your whole sexual life, you are not Tiger Woods, you are not Walt Disney or Mickey Mouse. Your whole sexual life you have put on display for us to see.
Yeah, we're not hiding that shit.
So I don't think, to me, the pictures with you on a leash with some white lady leading you around.
That's my baby mother.
I don't think that's
some white lady.
To me that's all I know. But I'm just saying, I don't think that has much effect in this world of Buford's wild world of entertainment. I don't think that's it. Now, if it were me or if it were somebody else, it might affect them differently. But you live with your life on display. So I don't think there's much that we can make fun of you, right?
I mean, this is the entertainment world. We're entertainers. You're not like I plan on that being my world. So I'm like, what's gonna be hidden? This is what the fuck is gonna be on display anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think honestly, if somebody gave you a small envelope of money, you'd be willing to have sex online or maybe pursue a porn career. I may be wrong. I may be just externalizing or projecting.
No, we shot videos. We put them out before. We've had early in our relationship, we put together little sex groups online and shit and had shit cracking off. And we had to figure out ourselves first before we weren't all the way comfortable when we first got together. You know what I mean? So we had to figure ourselves out as a couple. So we're putting a new group back together. We're actually gonna work on the OnlyFans joint. It's all coming to fruition. It's happening.
Did you introduce swinging and threesomes to your wife, or did she introduce it to you?
No, this is a weird convo to have. Actually, not weird to have, but that's my brother-in-law.
I'm sorry. That's your brother. That's blood, bro. That's blood for real.
No, that's
that's not blood.
Her sister's husband.
Okay, sorry.
So this is wild, but we're having the convo. So
have you seen his Facebook? I hope not.
Listen. First of all, they know
it's
she's wild. She's wild.
Right.
So
they know, right?
It wasn't an introduction. To either one of us, an opportunity happened, and we was just both like, yeah, whatever. And it just we was literally kicking it one day and kicking it with the homies, and shit just got to cracking. And it wasn't even like a coaxing or anything. Niggas was just partying and high. And
now we know. I won't say any names, but we know you've been involved with a threesome with another local entity. It all played out on Facebook. Things didn't go so well for him. This is one of my biggest fears. We moved into a new neighborhood, and I seriously think some of our neighborhood friends may be into the lifestyle as you were.
They're partiers.
Now, one of my biggest fears about the lifestyle is one that will get to me it's like a fishing trip. I don't want to get out in the middle of the sea on a fishing trip and get seasick and want to go home when everybody else is still enjoying
partying.
The fishing trip.
Right. The Coors Light is cracking.
That's one fear I have. And that's why I don't go fishing a lot, because I don't want to get stuck on the lake, be getting bored out on the lake. Number two, I'm worried that in the middle of the lifestyle experience, the other guy might get inappropriate or might be doing something wrong, and here we are in the middle of a sexual experience, and I've got to pull him off my wife or stop it. I have no experience, as you can tell by the way I speak about this.
You got to set the rules.
So is there anything you can help me?
You just got to set the rules
Set
beforehand.
The rules. Set
you
the
know
rules.
what I mean? Like everybody
How well
knows
do you know, if y'all were going to do that with a couple, how well do you know somebody before you partake into that kind of experience? Is it a while, or can it be within hours? Can it be the day of?
It's just whatever. It's whatever.
It's just whatever.
Yeah,
apparently
like,
we're different. Apparently we're cut from different cloth, my friend. It's okay.
It could be, we done knew you for a while and it's cool to hang out, or it could be we're in Vegas. Oh shit, them motherfuckers look cool. Like it's, you never know. You don't know. You don't know when you want Fruity Pebbles or you know what I mean, Rice Krispies. You don't know. You just get the urge and say, that's what I'm going for.
When you ever walk alone in a dark alley, do you hear somebody say "Quitty" and get a little worried? Do you?
Nah, man. The kid is a good kid, man. You know what I mean?
What drives all this?
He's a good kid.
Aside from, I feel like me and myself and Marley, our relationship was kind of set up by Sativa. He's a shit stirrer. He likes to stir the shit.
Yeah.
Where does all this originate from? 3 years,
It was literally,
or 4 years of you and him going back and forth. Where does all this start from?
Me personally, I literally say it was from me picking with him about the penitentiary shit.
So when you found out about that, you dug in a little bit.
But and I don't think he cared about that part. It was just the fact that his rapper image got blown out the water.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I get it.
Yeah. So now it's like, motherfucker, I'm at you, and the frenemy enemy energy is there. It's like I'm not gonna shoot you over this, but goddamn it, I'm pissed. You know what I mean? He was pissed.
He showed up at our second battle. He hung out a little too long before the battle and got drunk, honestly. And
Juiced up and loosed up.
If he had bars, he forgot them, and he did a lot of freestyling he's very good at the movements and the cadence of battle rap. So
yes.
Even though I was on stage with him, I almost fell out laughing because even though he was not saying anything of substance,
it going. It was looking good.
He looks good.
That's why I said if
he pulls out the blicky, he turns and looks at the crew at the right time.
Yeah.
They were a bit confused because the bars just weren't there.
Stop playing with the words and take your pen serious. If he took his pen serious, he could be that. That's what I'm saying.
I've been saying all I could, and shout out to Israel Hicks, he picked up on it. I've been saying all I could to hope to not only die the pre-hype down a little bit, but to build up you guys both, so that we have a real battle, so that we have a real, part of the expression, pause, come shot. We want this thing to come to a good ending that's fulfilling for everybody. We don't want to leave feeling like we didn't come. And that's a weird way to picture it, but that's the best way I can describe it when you have a battle that you hope for a great outcome and it doesn't happen.
That's what you said.
So we're hoping for a great outcome. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. We can talk about whatever. I don't know what to say about the battle. I hope for a great outcome. You've been mad relaxed, and I told somebody I'm worried because you've been through a few circumstances, especially online. I don't know that I've ever seen you that excited. I don't know that I've ever seen you that animated. Can you muster this up for the battle?
I'll turn it on.
Is this because, I don't know.
I'll get in battle rapper mode. Yeah, for sure.
Troll King, I guess, these days is a nice word for jester.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like
court jester.
I feel like you are the king's court jester of the AZ community,
Yeah.
Like you said, poking at him, poking fun at his rap style. And you're in general out there poking fun with a lot of people.
Yeah. People who you can play with again. So
right. I understood. Understood. Yeah. Do you fear that because you're always fucking with people, they want to see you lose?
Yeah, mandatory.
That's a part of it, right?
Listen, that's why I lost to Emerge, because they want me to lose anyway.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, you definitely I didn't see.
I'm saying,
I didn't see the battle live. I definitely think if your stage presence had been a little better, I think it would have been a very debatable battle. Which it was debatable, but I think it would have been a lot more debatable.
That's another part of the issue was like we didn't have cameras right. It didn't sound good.
Right.
Like,
and that's the first battle where they get off all the. They get to get off all the Will's a freak jokes.
Yeah.
Or Will's old jokes. I get old and white. You get old and a freak.
No, I didn't. I couldn't get.
You didn't get old
because Emerge old. So one old man can't call another old man old.
True.
You
True.
know what I mean?
But the Gwitty might be able to call you old.
Possibly.
Right? Have you ever taken this much disrespect from a register worker at a gas station before?
No, I have not.
Can you imagine that? Can you ever imagine in your life that someone that you paid for gas would be able to stand in front of you for 5 or 6 minutes and just straight
talk strong in a motherfucker.
Talk strong. I mean,
and talk strong as hell, knowing damn well they don't mean it.
Well, will you strongly say my change, please, during the battle? Like, I would appreciate that if you could incorporate that. So, can I just get my change so I can go? Like, you really ought to throw that in there. That's just a little something, at the end or something. Can I just get my change? Shout out to Parks. He has a hell of a constitution, and I'll say it that way. Throughout all, he manages to hold his head up, and not only that, but brag. And hey, he works every day. Salute to everybody that works every day, wherever you work at. There's a lot of respect that goes along with that. Yeah. And mind you, he doesn't let it get him down. So I'm not gonna let it get me down. Certainly. And I'm not gonna draw him no quarter if he fucks up because
getting money is getting money. I don't care.
Money's getting money. We all gotta get money.
When I call him a gas station attendant, I'm cracking jokes. He's working hard some fucking where. He's not knocking old ladies over the head stealing purses.
Right. And I went in there. Them Almond Joys was right in. They was boxed up nice. Everything was in the proper cookie.
The shelves were in
all
order.
The cookies, the nuts were in the right. Everything was straight. So you guys, a lot of respect to doing a job well, no matter what your job is.
You have the old product in the front and the new product in the back.
Let's change subjects real quick. I want to. Is it old? It's old in the front, new in the back, right? Isn't that what you said? Yeah. That's another genius line. You'd be like, even at your job all day, you put the old to the front while the young stay to the back. Man, these just bars. I love battle rap. When we talk battles, when we talk stuff,
fun.
It gets my juices flowing. Pause. So I appreciate that. I give the name of the location again, please. You don't have to be the address. Support District Radio.
Support District
tomorrow at say
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Yep.
7 o'clock tomorrow. Support District Radio.
It'll be live on the Certified Savage Show.
It'll be live on the Certified Savage Show. I will have pregame and post-game interviews with the combatants. And I think we're going to have a couple performers maybe before the battle or after the battle or something. I don't know. It's going to be a big night. I'm hosting. All the media will be there. All of my media compadres, Mike Terrell, LMG, DJ I, Sativa and Loud, 411. Everybody will be in attendance. So trust.
And
you can watch it from home.
Bills will be in attendance too.
Bill said he's going to be there. I tried to get a battle stirred up between Network and Bills, but Bills said he doesn't battle. And at this point, I would love to hear a war of words or a heated debate almost between those two. Because, hey, Bills did not back down at all. Not only did he not back down, he created a whole promotional campaign. He's standing strong.
That's the part that makes it weird.
On what he believes.
That's what makes it fun.
Well, I believe you can dislike a man for his message, but still believe in his or admire his ability to carry on the message. So he's standing on it, right or wrong. It's not my place to judge. I'm not from the hood and not being a man of little to no color. I'll leave it to the Wakanda kings and generals to work that out. But there's a lot of difference of opinion. There's people that feel he got jumped and set up. They may not realize that Bill asked for the interview. Right. But on top of Bill's asking for the interview, as a watcher, as a spectator of the interview, right, it did have the impression that he got like in a 2-on-1 press court fast break there for a minute. He got caught up in a 2-on-1 because when Mike Terrell said, "I grew up in Maryville, I know the hood," right after that, it gave Network free pass, and Network dropped the Mississippi burning speech on him.
Hey.
I told Network he needs to hold that speech in his back pocket.
Man, look, he need to record that.
The next time they won't take his refund at Target, you need to pull that speech out your back pocket and go to work.
Wait a minute.
The next
what
time,
do you need? What do you mean you need my receipt? Don't
in the
you
hood,
know?
we've been through years of oppression and pain.
Hey,
you don't know because you didn't grow up there.
He
Tommy,
laid
man.
that shit down. I was
Tommy,
like, God damn. But he meant that shit though.
You can tell he meant it because he
like-
said it with passion. It would have taken someone like Denzel a day to learn that speech, and Tommy freestyled that shit off the top of the dome.
Like it was.
So when someone,
it was needed to be said too, because like I say, black culture isn't like it wasn't so much a go on bills, but listen, we gotta understand black culture is not celebrated in Arizona.
let me ask you this: not just Bills, but with everybody, there's a lot of people enjoying hip hop culture today.
Yeah.
And in my mind, hip hop was, and for will ever be black culture, no matter who is participating in it.
Yeah.
That's where I stand.
That's where the roots stem from.
That's where I stand. I'm not a guest.
Yeah.
When people like Jaron try to think white guys are weird for being involved in hip hop, I just want to say you got to put in a lot of work for me to take your opinion. The people that started hip hop said they're happy with me being here, so I'll take their word on it until I hear different.
If I knew where the button was, I'd go bam, 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 somewhere on the thing.
Yeah, it's okay. But other than that, I deal with respect. I deal with character like the CEO here with Justice. But what I was going to ask you is, with so many people taking part of hip hop culture, and I know this from my own stepson, you can be crazy involved in hip hop culture and not necessarily know black culture these days.
Facts.
When I was coming up, hip hop culture, you couldn't really be involved without hip hop culture without knowing black culture. They were almost synonymous. But now you can be involved in hip hop culture and not be aware of black culture. Is that a problem, and how do we fix that?
I definitely think it's a problem because, like, you can't separate a tree from its roots. You know what I mean? No matter what color the leaves are, no matter what's on the tree.
We shouldn't try. That kills the tree.
You shouldn't try.
It kills the tree.
Exactly. And it's just like we couldn't all walk around here with yarmulkes on and not know that we got them from the Jewish culture. We wouldn't be able to do that. I don't
think you can play Jewish. I'm not sure about that.
I
don't know if anybody's trying to, but I don't think you can.
I don't
think you can play Jewish.
But it wasn't made to be the cool thing. But if it, you know what I mean? We don't know, but I know that you can't participate in a culture without like being a part, without knowing that it's theirs. You feel what I'm saying? If I want to go become Jewish or come be a part of it,
you gotta do a lot of work.
From the religious aspect, I got to know everything about it. They're not just gonna let me in, or I can't go start my own Jewish, you know what I mean, center over here and but fuck y'all. This is us. We don't care about where it started. Like, they wouldn't let that happen.
No,
you know what I mean?
Wouldn't. They definitely wouldn't. I think we need some kind of structure in hip hop so that certain people's certain struggles are not forgotten.
I'm just finna open
and certain
up a
rules are played
synagogue
down. Like Uncle Trick Trick says you have to contact and tap in to Touchdown in Detroit. Why don't we make it so that if you're going to tap in hip hop, you have to touch down and understand certain principles? Or if to each to his own region and community. If you're going to tap in with Phoenix hip hop, maybe you need to understand what it's like growing up in the hood in Phoenix.
And that's the other part is that was like you claiming Phoenix hip hop, but you don't understand what's going on in Phoenix. That's
to another role model to this situation. The Huxtables were, Joe Bills basically grew up like a Huxtable. His parents are doctors or something of that nature. Very professional, very well off people. Yeah. He admitted
they were in New York, right?
He admitted on my show that they vote Republican. Yeah. Because I would randomly talk about Republican rappers, and he admitted that his people get money and they vote Republican.
Shit, I might fuck around and vote Republican if it's right. I don't know. I go by individual. All of them ain't shit. So I'm not aligned to anyone.
I guess I'm just looking for the space for us to come together. Yeah. I'm looking for the space to someone now, but on the reason I worry about, and I brought up his promotional campaign, is I don't know that Joe Bills thinks he needs correction.
And this is where the dividing line gets drawn. Like, okay, so
because a man that needs correction doesn't run a promotional campaign.
So this is where the dividing line gets drawn.
So I don't think he think he needs correction.
This is where the dividing line gets drawn, and this is where we say, do we support that or not? You feel what I'm saying? Like it's just like guys that come from Springfield, but they say I'm from Chirac.
Yeah.
But you're not from Chirac.
Yeah,
you don't know Chirac. You from the outskirts.
Right.
So how are you claiming this? It's the same thing.
Same thing in Detroit happens as well, sure.
Same thing.
Same thing.
You feel what I'm saying? You from out here, but you claim you from the dirty glove, but you're not. So if you don't know that, then how can you claim to? If you were a part of Phoenix, you would understand this part too. Because you feel what I'm saying? Do you think maybe Joe did learn something, but for business and marketing, he's keeping it undercover and he's keeping it under wraps? I think he's a businessman, and I think he knows who's his core fan base.
So he might not need the hood in his mind. Is that what you think?
That's possible. It's possible.
Yeah.
Like who's you know what I mean? Like you gotta. This is business. This is marketing, and this is where you go. Okay, this is my brand, and this is my money. Is you feel what I'm saying? Like they fuck with me, they spend with me, and I know they feel like this.
I feel like it was two separate events. I feel like it was two separate things where one, people were looking at it from artists should be able to set their price and get paid.
Facts.
And then anybody who was remotely involved with the hood felt like you should do things for free for the kids. Anybody who has the drug dealers, the politicians, the rappers, everybody we look at with respect usually comes to the hood and gives something away.
Well, you're utilizing the drug dealer, the gang member, the rapper lingo. You're utilizing that swag and that style in order for you to market. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's not that somebody's asking you to do something for free. It's you have a group of individuals saying, hey, I got $100. Hey, I got $100. Hey, I got $100. Hey, I got $50. And then you got this one guy that says, give me $400. Well, wait a minute.
Right. 2 or 3 minutes. We got the best viewers we had all day. They tapped in at the end just to listen to BirdFlu. So I thank everybody for tapping in. I just want to bring this up real quick.
Talk about it.
To me, at the very beginning, if I was Bills, I would have said, hey, I deal with a lot of promoters. I wasn't familiar with network. I wanted to show up to see what it was about. And once I saw it was really real, I agreed to do the next one because I trusted that it was really real, and I found out something I didn't know before I came to the event. One, that would explain why he didn't do the first one. That would explain why he came to the event, which was a little weird to me. And because if you come to the event, you can perform at the event. That's the way some people look at it.
That part.
So anyway, skip that. But then he... and that also solidifies the situation. We're like, look, I didn't understand what it was. Now I do. I'm agreeing to do the next one. Do you think that would have been enough if he would have proposed it that way? Now, I think being on live with Network, he was a little nervous about telling Network to his face that I didn't trust you.
Right. Yeah, I could believe that.
But that could be, you don't have to take that personally.
No.
In this business, that's totally understandable.
Yeah.
We all know people that are not doing proper business or have not done proper business.
It don't matter if they were doing it. It's like, this isn't friendship. This is business. You know what I mean? So it's not for you to trust. It's for me to, you know what I mean? I show you product sheets and market, you know what I mean? Numbers. Like, this is business. So I'm not mad at that.
Because no matter that he agreed to do the next one, which everybody knows that's been apparent from the start, that doesn't seem to be enough.
Listen, here's the thing, right? We don't even know if you're going to be a somebody by the time the next one comes. This is 365 days later.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? You're somebody right now. We don't know if you this is music, this is rap. Careers don't, you feel what I'm saying? Even with the big boys, careers don't last that long and flash in the pan. We don't know. You might not be here for the next round.
Promises too. Promises don't mean much, right? Promises don't get written on paper. A contract is written on paper. Promises come and go.
Don't make a hill of beans.
Promises come and go. And a year from now, nobody's gonna remember the drama and all that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But,
all right. Well, that's it. You got the Troll King. We got the battle tomorrow. Support District Radio. Shout out to Penny Lane. Shout out to all the media that's going to be there. I will be hosting. I am anticipating this battle. I'm so happy that I can just show up drunk and loose off joints as I get.
Can y'all tag Marley and make sure he gave Penny her money?
Oh, he didn't, I'm sure. I'm sure we'll be taking donations for that. Please, if you could, donate to my Cash App. to get Marley's portion of the money to Penny Lane so that we can make this battle happen. I've heard the money issues one way or another. The Penny Lane getting paid will not stop this battle. I guarantee that.
No, it's already working.
So tag Marley. Make sure he shows up. Can we get some escorts to make sure Marley gets to the venue at the proper time and doesn't get too drunk? I want to see the best from both of y'all for the love of the art, for the love of the scene. We all need resolution at this point. The whole hype and the lead up to this battle has been phenomenal. It's been at an all-time high. We've been stroking it for weeks. We need a resolution tomorrow.
Listen, nobody really gives, like, as far as the battle rap community, nobody gives a fuck about what I do. But if he does his part right, this could really take him somewhere. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because this is something that he claims he wants to do.
It is odd. Do you feel it's odd that you guys are two guys that are surrounded, always somehow involved in the battle rap industry, but somehow not? Like, there's a whole nother group of battle rappers that battle rap in Phoenix that you and even Parks are not even really tapped into.
Well, see, here's the thing. You would think that we're not tapped in. We just looked and seen one of them stole our trailer.
There you go. There you go.
They just stole the trailer, swiped it, and they remade it in their own. Like,
I agree. If Marley Park could show up and give us
that
that stage presence in bars and not throw up and not get too drunk, I think he could be a great battle rapper.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's what I want to see tomorrow. This is me saying that, Parks. I wish you the best. I want to see you tomorrow in your best form. We've got to get out of here so the 411 show can get up here and set up. If you want to hear all about the Scottsdale Brawl, they've got people involved. It's all coming next right here on Respect the Underground. Go to Sativa's 411 show Facebook page. I'm sure that's where it'll be. If you want to hear everything, the ins and outs, the before, the after, the pregame, the postgame of the Scottsdale Brawl that has now made it to World Star Hip Hop. Now, soon,
it's on World Star?
So that's what I heard. Soon coming to TMZ. You got Arizona's best and worst coming next on the 411 show.
Hey, put your titties up, fam.
Put your titties up, fam. Hey, what a gentleman, right? Shout out to Smooth the General.
That's real
he is
nigga
Smooth.
shit.
What a general. What a gentleman. The Gentleman General. That's what I'm going to call him.
God.
Hey, for all y'all out there, if you don't know, put your titties up, fam.
Put your
Peace,
titties up,
peace,
fam.
peace.